it'll be, but yes, we should provide that. They're local, and you can call them, they'll probably assist you with any symptoms.
And I can add some information. Atlantic Health is, we're having a little snafu with people being able to be tested. So we are trying not to clog up the emergency departments with people who are not sick enough that need to really be hospitalized. Atlantic Health is working with their urgent express, their urgent cares that they have. And they're gonna set up with 3 of their urgent cares so that they'll have a special part of their urgent care that will be able to do testing, and it'll be separated from the rest of their urgent care, so that it won't affect the regular part of their business. Also, Atlantic has an outside part now for triaging people.
So that's the point we want to make, is that if you call into this hotline, you will be given directions and instructions as to where to be, how to show up, and how you'll be treated. Because you will not be treated with the general population.
Right.
Because that's a concern there. Okay.
And if you're well,
yeah.
so if you're well, but you think that you've come in contact with somebody, you will not get tested. Your insurance won't pay for you to be tested. There's no reason for you to be tested. It won't get you off the hook from having to be self-quarantined.
Mm-hmm.
So just so that is clear. If you're asked to be self-quarantined, then you have to self-quarantine for 14 days.
Now the schools have their own protocol, so on that note, I'm going to stop here for a second. Ace, do you want to comment on the schools, or you and Brian have any comment from the school standpoint? I know the latest email that came out from the schools did show some closing for sanitizing, but you want to...
Right, I'll just talk about the high school for a second. And Brian and I share, we're liaisons together to the K-8 and the high school, but they did send out a memo today, a different one this morning and one this afternoon, that they will be closing. Tomorrow's a snow day, and then they'll be closed until March 27th.
Mm-hmm.
There haven't been any cases reported in our student body as of right now, but they're doing this to be preventative care. That's it. And we've all been in touch with each other. We're all concerned. We're trying to separate the facts from the hysteria, and everybody's doing a very good job. Brian, you have anything about the K-8 schools?
So I think the K-8 are following the same protocol.
Yeah.
March 27th. They'll look at it again at the end of March 27th. But it's going to be virtual schooling. So they're setting up the kids to get homeschooled, if you will.
And when I found out about it today, my daughter texted me a thumbs up. A minute later, I got the email. I think they think it's going to be a good time, but it's probably harder to sit in front of a computer for all those hours, to be honest with you. But that's it, Brian.
Oh, very good.
I think they got a lot of pressure, honestly, to be honest. They got a lot of pressure from the parents. I think there was a lot of false information from kids that, I don't think the kids understood what they were saying to each other. One kid would say, "Oh, my mom's home with the coronavirus," and then another parent heard, "Sally's mom's home with the coronavirus. What is wrong with you school people? Why aren't you closing?" And no matter how much we tried to say that there are no cases in Morris County, nobody really believed that we were being honest.
The message there is clear. Don't let social networks guide you on these.
Right, and
use the proper websites, the official websites, the government websites. You'll get county information. You'll get a constant flow of information from us on our website. Please use official sites. You go on social networks, you're going to get every kind of scenario going. The main thing is that our community, again, you just explained to us that you have one incident in the county, but the main thing is for our county, keep calm, and we'll address this day by day. So, any other? Now I'm gonna open for some. Oh, John,
There's a major community event that's been canceled. So those who are not aware, the St. Patrick's Day parade in Morristown this Saturday has been canceled. And locally, within Hanover Township, the Knights of Columbus has a celebratory gathering, and that party is scheduled to be on March 21st at Our Lady of Mercy Gym. That's been canceled as well. Okay, so it's out of an abundance of caution and care for the community.
Yes, and I spoke to Melissa over at Notre Dame, and we decided to cancel the senior luncheon as well.
Excellent.
And I think you're all aware that Denise and I worked very hard today with Mr. Perk, and we canceled many of the activities.
The seniors' luncheons are canceled
And the
as
senior
well.
meeting
Yeah.
until further notice, and some of the senior trips we canceled, so.
Many meetings are being canceled, the business meetings, et cetera. Most of our corporations are taking caution. Some corporations are dividing their staff into 2 different sites in case one becomes infected. Many different approaches to this. But again, preventative, the objective here is to contain this issue. We don't have a vaccine yet. We don't have a cure for this at this point. So the best preventative right now is containment. So that's good. If there's,
I just wanted to point out one thing. I think it's really important for everybody to understand that for us, people who are 65 years and younger, we feel very few symptoms. We maybe feel a cold. We may actually attribute it to something like seasonal allergies. That's where the problem is. And that's where the news is trying to educate everyone that when you go see your parent or your loved one or go visit at the nursing home, you really need to limit, even if you feel well, limit your touching, limit your hugging, limit your kissing, because you still could be carrying the virus and not even know it. And that's what they're trying to educate everybody in knowing. And in the county, you'll notice if you have any family members who live in any of the long-term care facilities, you'll see that a lot of the facilities have now started with no visitation. Morristown Medical Center has absolutely no visitation.
while we have Kathy here, if there's any questions from the audience at this time, I'm sure she'll be happy to